What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Uncrowned Otaku. Latest episode of My Status as an Assassin obviously exceeds the heroes. Just dropped episode 3, and it's still a cool isekai. It's nothing that's gonna blow your mind. It's nothing that hasn't been done a million times before, but it is a nice casual watch. You can invest yourself in the characters a little bit. You're going on a journey. It's not the traditional let's go save this kingdom from the Demon King. It's kind of the opposite of, again, I equate it kind of to like Shield Hero. If you like Shield Hero, you would like this show, where the main character realizes that, hey, this dude is telling us this stuff, but what proof do we have? How can we just blindly trust this dude? So he's branching off on his own, because the kingdom up to some foul stuff. Anyways, y'all will figure that out by episode 1, honestly. But yeah, so the kingdom up to some foul stuff. So he's not just willingly gonna listen to a king, somebody he's never met, and go slay these other people that he's also never met. He's blazing his own path. He's making his own choice. He's coming to his own decisions based upon the interactions he has. And in episode 3, we see that he meets a creature created by the Demon King. And it's supposed to be the boss of the floor. And as you know, with a boss, you can't leave a boss's room until either you're defeated or the boss is defeated. So the big cat is like, yeah, slay me and go ahead and move on. Dude's like, nah, I don't want to. I like cats. I don't want to slay you. Who said all demons have to be bad anyways? Let's be cool. He turns the demon's like mindset around, because the demon is like, yeah, we have an instinctual desire to destroy things. So y'all should want to get rid of us. But by him soul linking with the cat, the cat now becomes his familiar. Did y'all see that fly out my mouth? Oh, but we're gonna continue like nothing ever happened. The cat becomes his familiar and immediately is like on bumpers with him. Like they like this. They locked in for real. The cat is all of a sudden like, Master, tell me more, engale me and regale me with tales of your world and stuff like that. And homie's telling him about the sister he had that he left behind, his mission. And what's crazy is when he's talking about his mission, he wants to get revenge, because the one person that reached out the hand and tried to help him, the commander, was set up by the king. And as he's saying like his mission is to get that revenge, his bloodlust going crazy. It's scaring the elf chick with him, who he found trapped in the slime. It's scaring the familiar that he just got. The familiar had to shut out, hey, calm down all that bloodlust. So that lets me think there's something up with his shadow powers. And the fact that the elf girl's using the world's eye. But when he tries to use the world's eye, something happens to his body. It like taxes him like crazy. I'm sure the way she uses it, she sees things that he would also see, but I think his world's eye is vastly different from hers. Like, I think his world's eye is going to have so much more data and content than what hers would have. And that's why it drains his body. And low-key, it felt like it almost tried to take over when he used it for that brief second. There's something up with his world's eye ability. I'm calling it now. There's also something up with his shadow powers. I'm calling that now too. The way it was swirling around. And remember when he first used it in episode, it was either 1 or 2, when he was saving the hero who had like a curse on him. He used a spell and then it started running rampant. It feels like the magic inside him is kind of living, and it wants to take over his body. But if he can control it, he can wield a great mastery over shadows. Now, I have nothing to really like prove that with or even back that statement, but I feel it in my core, that the otaku inside of me, I've seen isekais like this, I just sense that's coming. But again, this is really a quick video. Like I said, this joint is nothing we haven't seen before. If you've watched Shield Hero, this is very reminiscent of Shield Hero. Just instead of the person having a shield, the person is a top tier assassin. He got that conceal where nobody can see him unless you have special eyes, Sharingan. He's got a shadow magic. He got a whole bunch of hacks. What I did like is not all of his classmates are stupid. A lot of them are cursed, so they can't fight that curse and have to obey what the king says. But we have the main character doing his own thing in a dungeon right now. And then we have the side characters, which is actually the hero. The hero has some of the other classmates, and they're all realizing how strong what's his name is. I'm saying what's his name because it's only episode 3. I don't know his name, but the main character. They know how strong he is, and they're like, we can't team up with him right now. We would just drag him down. We have to get stronger here. And we'll wait for him in this town until we're too strong for the people in this town. Once we're too strong, we'll move on. If we meet him, we'll team up. But I like the fact that they're like, we can't drag him down. We can't be dead weight. Let's power ourselves up so that when we meet him, we can be equals and not lesser than. So I like side crew B. I'm going to call him side crew B, because I don't know if there's going to be a side crew A. But main character doing his thing, the side characters doing their thing. When the main character brought up the Captain Commander, I found it strange that his name carried so much weight. The demon familiar knew it. The chick who comes from the Elven lands knew it. I find it hard to believe he could be slain by a mere dagger, by a mere plot by the king, knowing that the king's not on his side. The fact that the Demon King knew the main character was going to be in this dungeon is also a little suspicious. It low-key makes me think that the commander who was slain was actually the Demon King in disguise. And he got slain to play his part to get the main character to move to the dungeon. Because when he was under the guise of the commander, they talked about that. He said, if anything happens, go here and level up. So I think this is just me big braining for seeing into the future. For the commander's name to carry that much weight, even if the king plotted and planned, I don't think anybody in that kingdom would be strong enough to slay him, especially with a mere dagger like that. The classmates wouldn't have been able to do it. They are cadets, though. None of the knights would have been able to do it. The king certainly couldn't do it. And the fact that the commander was on guard lets me know he shouldn't have fallen prey to a simple plot like that. So I think he was the Demon King in disguise. He was lending out a helping hand, kind of showing the main character that, like, hey, before you know who I am, I just want you to know good does exist in this world. So when he goes to meet the Demon King, he'll realize that the Demon King was the commander the whole time. He infiltrated human society, played his role, saw what was happening, and then started making countermeasures. And that way, when the main character meets the Demon King, he'll know the truth of the world. He'll know that it's actually the king who's foul, and that demons can be good. They don't inherently, well, I guess inherently they are bad because they crave destruction, but not all of them listen to those instincts. So that's what I think. That's me big braining, because ain't no way the commander should just go out like a chump like that. Episode 2. That's crazy talk. But what do y'all think? Are y'all still watching it? If you're not watching it, I would highly recommend, if you like the traditional isekais, if you like a traditional shonen, hey, I got teleported into a land of magic and now I'm doing my thing. If you like those kind of shows, this is a nice ride. It's, again, nothing that's going to wow you, but like on a Wednesday when no animes are dropping, it's a show you would want to put on. It's something where I do look forward to it every week. I don't look forward to it on the weekends. Like, it's not something where as soon as the episode drops, I'm like, go Crunchyroll, I need to go watch the episode. Because I'm a gremlin! No, it's not crazy like that. But on a day like a Wednesday, and I'm like, oh, is there something I haven't watched? My skill is an assassin. Yeah, let me turn on that episode. And then you get just 25 minutes of a good ride. That's what this show is. So I would recommend, if you're not backlogged, if you have a spot open where you could just turn on something and zone out for a bit. It's a good time. I'm 3 episodes in. I'm enjoying the ride. It's traditional, but it also has its own little like seasonings on it. It's like a well-cooked burger. You know what to expect when you eat a burger, but they got their own special seasonings on it. So that special seasoning make it pop just a little bit. It's still a burger, but it's a good ass burger. You feel me? But that's all. What did y'all think of the episode? Comment down below. Let me know what y'all feeling about the show. Uncrowned Kingdom. I've been your boy, the Uncrowned Otaku. That's the fire that keeps the kingdom burning safe. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Peace, bros. Peace, 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 peace.